Hello friends, so today I want to show you this very special war medal in my collection. It's linked to one of the saddest and most forgotten stories in South African history. Let's go back to 1916. World War I is in full swing. Britain is running low on soldiers, so they plead with the South African government to allow some native South Africans to join the war effort. At first the idea is met with strong resistance, but by the end of 1916 the first troops arrive in France. They are known as the SANLC, the South African Native Labour Corps. All of them were volunteers, signing a 1-year contract for £3 a month, better pay than they could earn back home. They were assigned to logistic works, building roads, loading ships, digging trenches, but were not allowed to carry weapons or mix with the white soldiers. By early 1917, the battalion had grown to almost 10,000 men. But tragedy struck. On the 21st of February 1917, the SS Mendi, carrying over 800 men of the SANLC on their way to France, collided with another ship in Vic Fort. Most of the men had never even seen the ocean before. As the ship began to sink, the white officers urged the men to jump into the freezing water, but many refused. A calmness came over the deck, as if the men had accepted their fate. Then Reverend Isaac Dayoba's voice rang out clearly.
Be quiet and calm, my countrymen, for what is taking place now is exactly what you came here to do. You are going to die, but that is what you came to do. Brothers, we are drilling the drill of death. I, Xhosa, say you are all my brothers. Zulus, Swazis, Pondos, Basutus, we die like brothers. We are the sons of Africa. Raise your cries, brothers. For though they made us leave our weapons at our home, our voices are left with our bodies. We die like brothers.
The men began to stamp their feet on the deck, a final war dance, before the ship disappeared beneath the cold English Channel. That day, 646 men lost their lives. 638 black South Africans and 8 white officers who refused to abandon them. For a brief moment, the tragedy shattered racial division. On the 9th of March 1917, the entire South African House of Assembly stood in silence to honor them. Prime Minister Louis Botha offered condolences and praised the bravery of the men. Even King George sent a message of gratitude to the South African Native Labour Corps for their contribution to the war effort. When the war ended in 1918, the surviving members of the SANLC returned home. All soldiers who served under Britain received a silver war medal, but the South African government refused to let black South Africans receive the same honor. Instead, some of them were given a different version, made of bronze, not silver. This is one of those medals. It was awarded to James Salonyiwana, whose name is recorded in the National Archives medal roll. To me, this medal is more than just a piece of metal. It's a symbol of sacrifice, courage, and dignity. It reminds us that history isn't only written by those who carried guns, but also by those who carried hope. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, please consider subscribing, and most importantly share it, because this is a story worth remembering. A story of South Africans who faced death together and found unity in their final moments.